Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Wolfpack is gathering and starting to howl in Carter Finley Stadium as they are ready to see NC State go to work. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It Smothers. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. For a productive play on first down. They'll put the tight end in motion. The corners are walked up tight. He'll start this drive firing. Got it in the middle. It's Concepcion. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Dropping back, it's Bailey. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Grabbed over the middle, it's Rodgers. Flying down the left side. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, NC State. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 25. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The offense set for a first down play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Caught over the middle. It's Bernard. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops the throw. It's caught downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Feeling some heat. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Alabama quickly back to the line. Quarterback will audible. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll try to do it himself. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
QB's doing a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
Hi.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bias against kicking the ball to the other team. Whatever the reason, they'll go for it on 4th and a country mile.
How are you, Take?
Looking for the end zone. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. First down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got it in the middle. It's Concepcion.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. He's thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Looking to throw on second down. Finds his big tight end. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up.
Hello, waving hand.
For a first down.
NC State 7, Alabama 0.
A new set of downs after the completion. And the quick shuffle pass.
That's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. To the air, it's Bailey. This time he's got his man.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're facing a third down. Trying play action. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. NC State going up tempo. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Got a man. It's Miller. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebacker's coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Looking to pass on second down. Going over the top. And he makes the catch inside the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. They'll try to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Looking to pass. It's Milroe. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, and they'll take an 8-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smothers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Got his man quickly. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. NC State quick to the line. Going up top on first down. Got his man downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Unloads it left. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Now 2nd and 10. Wide out in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. It's complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Looking to go up top on first down. Gonna take a shot. It's caught. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Alabama pushing the tempo. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, NC State 14.
All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead.
Set to kick this one away.
Here's the return from inside the 25. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. On fourth down, looking to pass. He's got him, and they convert. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but on big moments, big fourth downs, they look for it.
And those guys are so hard to get your hands on. Like, you want to come up and jam them. You know the ball's going to come out pretty quickly, but he does a great job winning at the line of scrimmage. QB and him, same page. Fourth down, no problem.
Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Leaves it with the back. Discards a man. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
From the gun, give on the inside. And as they get into the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, NC State 14, Alabama 8.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
Did a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Brimmer making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on third down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. On the option. Now the toss. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, on that fourth down, if they don't get it, the head coach is at the podium after the game with some explaining to do. That's not the situation. You're expecting them to run the football, but the gamble pays off.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, looking again to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And now, 4th quarter, 4-down territory almost certainly as they get ready to try to grab the lead. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 3rd and goal coming up here. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll go to the air. Looking to the end zone. Picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
They'll run the toss. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. The sure hands, it's Concepcion. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. We're on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter. Surprise, surprise. Guess who they go to? That guy.
To the air, it's Bailey. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab on the left side. Got a lot of running room. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown, it is a dagger in this game. He's looking to throw. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
NC State 20, Alabama 8.
Great starting point, takes it inside his own 25. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. Quarterback checking off. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He makes the catch. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. To the air. It's Milroe. He's got it in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and that's just a little window dressing as this game is over.
20, Alabama 16.
You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Razorbacks will put toe to leather and will get started. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Milroe. They're setting up the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Scrambling away. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position. Well, the defense came into this game, guys, knowing that they were going to be tested with the offense throwing it vertically down the field. And you saw it right there on the opening drive. They were ready for it. Great job locating the ball and getting the INT. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Using his legs, it's Jackson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jackson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Green. Right down the middle. Got his man. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance. And I mean, you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle. They did right there. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Escapes trouble. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker and get it.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To throw, it's Green. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
That was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play something.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Well, you'd think this would be a very makeable field goal attempt, but they're going to go for it on 4th down. Wants to go up top. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's got his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Razorbacks have moved it inside the 20. Looking for a man. It's Green. Looking down the middle. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The kickoff team out there getting set. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll try to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Arkansas! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. And the returner goes down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players. And
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The back goes in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Alabama quickly back to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Got out of trouble and throws. Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown Tide!
Well, that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Looking to throw. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Nccaa. They'll come out and a knee, and that should send us to halftime. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime.
That's the end of the first half. This is the score, Arkansas. Alabama 8.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Coming out with it, it's Nccaa. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Intercepted. Bringing it back. Puts him in the spinner, still running. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. But a really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Nccaa. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield. It's Haas. Oh, he left him grabbing. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll help the completion percentage, but not the yardage. Stopped for no gain.
And he got it to his running back, obviously making a good decision, but nice tackle on the play. Way to get the running back on the ground and not give any extra yards after the catch.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The Razorbacks are on the move. Quick strike complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Grab behind the line. It's Hill. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll take the deep shot. And he's got it inside the 25.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. And he'll be stopped for no gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up.
Alabama 15, Arkansas 14.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to pass. It's Green. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. The snap sets up the throw. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
The 2-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score Arkansas 20, Alabama.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they'd get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Here comes the biggest drive of the game for this offense, down 1 score. Looking for a man, it's Milroe. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Catch in the middle, it's Henderson. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, and he's got the 1st. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He's taking the deep shot. Snags it down the right side. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the 1st down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Snap it to the back. Fights off the defender. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Got it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. A 1st down run in the red zone. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has 1 stop.
And you want to sneak those draws in there when the defensive line gets over-aggressive and runs upfield. Jesse, they didn't do it on that play.
No, nice job staying in their gaps. Offense was in shotgun. The offensive line was pass setting. They were trying to fool him, but they couldn't get it done.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Alabama.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Touchdown, Alabama! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. He wants to throw it. It's incomplete. They can't stretch out the lead as the 2-point conversion attempt fails, but they'll still try to hang on for the final seconds. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Nccaa. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Makes the catch down the right side. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not